Hello everybody. First off, I apologize. I've had exams and I've been sick, and I actually tried to record last night and I had my mic too close to my face and it ruined pretty much the whole thing. So that's a bit annoying. Whoop. And I can't play Minecraft anymore. Because I physically can't. I just forgotten how to do it. So I thought we might go and have a quick look. So I've done a few things yesterday in terms of building and recording and all that sort of stuff. But for the moment, actually, you know what? I don't actually know if this works. I only brought 3 soul sand. Wow, okay. I have forgotten a few things. I did go out and get some more wither skeleton skulls. I know I had 3 back at my other house, but I needed some more. So this could be... Okay, good, and it still works. Phew. That could have been bad. I didn't bring any potions. I had a health potion, actually. I take that back. Excellent. This is my looting sword. Probably a bit loud. I probably should have turned that down. Alright. It'll be gone soon. Then we can get back to it. Ta-da! Excellent. Nether star. Woo! Oh, I forgot to bring obsidian. I'll have to go back then and get it. So, what I was getting to is it's been a busy month or so far, but now I'm finished exams and I've got about 6 weeks off. So that's pretty cool. I still haven't fixed my skin, or at least there is an issue that when you go through the portal, you revert back to your skin. As you can see here, I am me. And then when I go through here, watch that arm. It changes to a Steve hand. But a deformed Steve hand. Where's my face? Where's my face? So, yeah, I'll have to figure out how to fix that and update my skin to the new snapshot ones. Because you can change the legs and arms and all that sort of stuff. I prefer just to make my skin the new skin, but if I have to, I'll have to rework on it, which might take a few days, depending on how lazy I am and how much I really want to change it. Hey, we can jump straight down there then. Yeah. So the reason I'm coming back here is because I need some of this to make... What am I trying to make here? I just completely forgotten. It's just gone. I only needed 3, by the way. I need 5 of this. Wow. I am getting really good at this game. I'm making a beacon because I want to bring a beacon to my new place. And that new place will be... Oops, wrong one. The area that we were in... Yeah, last time we were here. So I might take some black stained glass with us because I have a plan for it. I wonder if I have any green stained glass as well. You know what? I'll take some glass with me anyway because I've got it. Yeah. I can get green and stuff, all that sort of stuff over there. So that's not a problem. I've even got those ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over there in the nether because it's a bit of a run, and we'll have a look at sort of the stuff I did yesterday and have a chat about what the stuff I was talking about yesterday. Alright guys. Whew. So, this is actually a really good view spot. I actually just thought about this before. So, we built a nice little portal here just to get us going, you know. Pretty good. Really hard to build, you know, that economy portal. It'll get bigger. This area here is going to be sort of the entrance area, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. Maybe build you know, some buildings. I'll definitely make it protected so I can't have mobs going into the portal because that's always really annoying. Maybe make a stable thing like Monkey has as well. But if you have a look at this mountain, this is a very cool mountain. Obviously, we looked over there before, and we might go have a look over there at Hippo Mountain. Oh, shoot, I meant to have a look at that again today before I started recording, but I forgot. But I've decided about this is going to be where we have the main entrance to the mountain base. Going to be building sort of a nice big gatehouse area here in the mountain. Going to start... There's this wall just there, so that's going to be the edge, and then it's going to go to, I think it was 23 blocks to here, or 25 blocks to there. I think I'm going to go to the 23 blocks, where if you have a look at the center of the cross, that line right there, that's going to be where it is, and then there's 3 torches which are way out there. So let's go a bit closer, and you can see what I mean about that. There's 3 torches just there in the middle. Those denote the 3 center spaces. So it's pretty cool, and it's going to be exactly what we want going forward. So let's go in here, and we're going to have a quick look. And as I did this really tired last night, but I dug a nice spiral staircase all the way down. But unfortunately, I dug it down to the center being here, but I actually need the center to be here, 1 off from the door, so that's the middle of the base. And the reason I dug that down there is because I want to put in a haste beacon. Haste beacon. And I also went to the iron farm. Yeah, I did, and I got huge amounts of iron, so we can make that iron farm pretty easy. Sorry, that beacon out of iron pretty easily now, so that's pretty good. I chucked in some potatoes here so we can get some food going. Obviously none of this is going to stay here, and this room's going to get bigger and bigger. I think it's going to be at least 10 to 15 blocks high, so a nice big grand opening hall there, and then we'll put stuff off to the side, have different levels. May even make a village, but the next thing I want to show you is, if I can do this jump right. Yeah, I should be able to get up here. I've done this once or twice so far. That didn't work like I planned. Make it. Yeah. Cool. So we're up here now. So if I have a quick look at my numbers. So that center hole is roughly about here. Yeah. This is exactly where this hole is going to come up. So I'm going to be putting, I'm going to be digging out sort of a straight hole right down to the bedrock, or whoever, I think it's about 22 by 22. So I can put my beacon down there, so the beacon will affect all of the surrounding area within a 40 block radius, and it has to have a clear shot of the sky. So that's the whole reason to do that. And the reason I bought glass is because I'm going to put a pillar of glass pretty much in the parts that in the parts of the roof where I wouldn't normally have had it. But I think by the end of it, I'm going to end up opening this channel here and make a nice big circle here that's open, so you can look pretty much down into all the levels and then look up and see all the different levels, and then have the beams going straight up through it. So I think that's going to look pretty cool. Obviously, it'll look better and better as the base grows. But actually, let's have a quick look over here. So one thing I did talk about last episode, which I realized once I finished recording, which is now about a month ago, was we had talked about touching the world border, and I think I should do that today, because I haven't seen it in game, and I'd love to see it. And the reason I'm coming over here is we might be able to see Hippo Mountain if I F3A it. Hopefully. It's over there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Hippo Mountain. So this is a really cool bit of generation next to... I haven't decided what to call this mountain yet, but it's very cool. If you want to see some of these things on the MonkeyMines map, if you go to monkeymines.net/map, or just go to MonkeyMines and follow the links, you'll be able to see it. So that's pretty cool. But as for us, we're going this way. So I'm going to go and run through the desert. I might actually pick up some cactus on the way home. So that's our base. This is the reason I didn't really take this side, because it's sort of not as beautiful as the other side. There is a nice big flat open area, but it comes into the desert, and I didn't really want to build in the desert. And Savannah is nice, and it's also closer as well. Not that that's really a problem, but it is a consideration, right? You don't have to be building too big a tunnel in the Nether. Oh, I just realized when I was building that tunnel in the Nether, I didn't die, but I definitely took a large amount of care while building, because for some reason, that's the new brick type. I don't know what this one's called. What is this one called? Right, andesite, that's the granite, and then that's the diorite, right? Diorite. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, but that's just the way I am. And that's granite. That's cool. I didn't know what the grey one was. I'm gonna need a lot of this new rock, I think. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. I didn't actually mean to come caving, so I'm gonna see if I can get some of his armor. I did actually. Cool. Lag too. Oh, an Enderman. I have my. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Literally, as I was just about to come into this coming into this clip here, I'd thrown an ender pearl and I got an endermite, but the endermite went promptly straight through the portal. And now will be waiting for me on the other side of my nether portal next time I go in, or if I get someone else to come in. I might ask Monkey to come through. Yeah, I might do that. Hopefully he won't have seen this video and it will come through quite easily. One thing that I actually probably should mention as well is Monkey is starting to build a, I can't remember if it's a CTM map or if it's, I think it's a CTM map or capture the flag, something like that. I have not been as prominent on the server and therefore haven't had the chance to chat with him as much. So have a look at his videos. I know he's put up a few live streams. He probably explains it a bit better than I have. We don't actually have a dog on this server. I might actually get one if I can. I've got 2 bones here. There we go. That was the whole reason of going into that cave, was to get a dog. You know, we're living in the mountains. Alright, well, that wasn't meant to be. I'll come back. Stay, alright? Stay. Good boys. Yeah. Ooh, I see a horse. I see horses. Ooh, this was worth coming out and exploring over here. So the reason, I don't know if, I think I talked about it in the last episode. We've expanded the map to 25. I think it's 2,500. Maybe it's 2,000. I can't remember. But that also means that we can go out further. We got new planes and new things to discover, which is pretty cool. Not that we've discovered everything already, but you know, we want to discover more and more. And I'm fairly certain most of this area has already been explored by some of the other guys on the server. They went out on the first day that we uploaded the snapshot. I think I'm going the right way. Hope so. What are we at? Yeah, we're on the right way. Cool. So I'm going to keep going. If it hits night, then I will... I forgot to bring a bed. Oh, well. It is what it is. Yeah, it's going to hit night pretty soon. But yeah, so it's already been explored, and we're going to keep going and enjoying the new things. And one thing that's actually come out that looks pretty exciting is the new snapshot, which is underwater sea temples with the guardians and water guardians. I think they're called, and elder guardians. And then they got new sponge and all those sort of things. Yeah, we've really got our our life cut out for us, I think, over the next couple months with the new snapshots. And that jump did not end up anywhere near where I expected it to be. But so what I might do is I'm going to travel through the night, and I'll get to a safe spot, and then I'll bring you in as we're I was about to touch that border. See you guys. I'll be with you in just a second. So I stopped in the middle of the night. I sheared a sheep wherever it went, and I'm running across the top of the. I was running across the top of the roof forest. See if I can do this. Yeah, I'm great. No. Ooh, and look at that. There is the border in all of its bordery goodness. Let's go touch it. Oh. So the reason we did the world border like this is so that we don't expand too much, just in case there is actually things that need to be what would you call it? My screen's going red. In case there are terrain changes, we want to keep it so the map doesn't get too big. Also, so that if we want to upload it in the future, so you can download it yourself, or if we want to download it so we can test it, it doesn't get too big. That's pretty cool. So if you have a look there, the screen goes a bit red. It reminds me of other games when you're about to die, which is true. If you're outside the world border when it closes in, you will take damage proportionate to how far you are into the world border. So yeah, I think it's like half a heart, you know, if you're just inside of it, you know, every 5 seconds or something like that. I don't remember. But that's really cool. I want to wait, let me just touch it one more time. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that was a silly mistake. Ah, well. There's a lot of animals out here, which is pretty cool. And one thing that's really cool about a world border is it actually stops all entities from going outside of it. So if you have a look, the pigs may look like they're out of it, but they're out of it. May look like they're out of it. Same with the sheep here, but they can't go any further. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, what if you needed sand? You're like, I just need some sand. you not break the blocks outside of it? No, you can't. That's pretty cool. One game type I have been looking at maybe playing is the captive Minecraft. Let me know what you feel about that, because if you do want to see something like that, I'd be happy to do it. It looks pretty cool. And it's a new sort of thing where you're trying to get achievements. I haven't really seen much about it. Like, I haven't watched many people play it, but I have heard about it. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's something I might throw up in the next couple of weeks. Sort of a mini series. Obviously, I'll be playing this and that at the same time. Ooh, bones. Oh, maybe if I can get some more bones, I can get a wolf on the way home. I don't know. Well, I'll see if I can find some. If not, I will probably end up just heading back to the new cave base. I don't want to call it a cave base. It's more of a... It's going to be like a dwarven city sort of base, and it's the perfect mountain, I think, for it as well. It's so big, and there are so many pigs here. Maybe it's just because I can see them all. That's pretty cool. That's very, very cool. Alright, guys, if I get some more bones, I will try and tame a wolf, and I'll bring you in on that. But if not, I'll meet you back at the cave. Bye-bye. Alright, so we are back. It is a bit later in the day now, and as you can see, I've dug a very big hole, and a very very big hole straight up and down. And the reason I did that is to get stuck on a chest. No, the reason I did that is because I want to put that beacon down before we go. I think that'll be it for today. I'm going to take some glass with me, and I might take one of those for now. And the reason I'm going to be doing that is because eventually I'm going to clear this whole area out here, so I'm going to have a 3x3 area that'll have light shining up from the bottom. As I clear out the floors, I'll remove that, but for now I'm going to keep it like that. Actually, let's go down and chuck that down there. So it's a bit of a slow trip all the way down and back up. So I'll probably just jump there and jump back. Okay, so we're down here. I'll get rid of this block because that's not needed. That was just allowing me to get out. I haven't built this full size yet because I actually messed it up and I couldn't be bothered fixing it. So for the moment, it's just going to be the one beacon, plus I only have one beacon here anyway. And I was having trouble with this before. There we go, it actually worked properly this time. So I want haste and haste 2. Give it a bit of feed, and bam. We should get bubbles, right? There we go, excellent. Oh yeah, I was having a lot of trouble. Like when I was selecting this, I couldn't change anything. Wasn't recognizing this beacon properly, but it is now, so that's pretty cool. It's all lit up. I'm going to do some purification down here, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to jump back up with you guys in the game or with you being recorded because the light is really annoying. But yeah, I'll be back up there in a second. Alright, so we are back up here again. The reason I'm getting rid of this is because I'm not actually going to need to go down there for the moment. And while I'm building, I'd prefer not to fall down. And the good thing about dirt, but about glass is that it's a transparent block and it does not block the the beacon, because if you put a solid block over it, it will actually block it. I'm just going to grab cobble for now. I know it's ugly, but it is what it is, and we'll be working on sort of colours and all that sort of stuff later on. But oops, the reason I also wanted to do that was I want to go upstairs. Upstairs. I want to go up to the top. Is it raining? Does it want to rain? Does it not rain in Savannah? I think so. It must not. It must not. Does this now have a thing that says what it is? No. Savannah Mountains. I didn't know this was actually mountains. That's something new. Now I have to be careful how I throw this. Oh, that looks like it hit that and the edge there. So yeah, that's actually looking pretty cool. We'll chuck that out there. And blammo! So that actually blends in pretty well. That's why I wanted to use that green glass, because green it doesn't take away too much from the look, and it will mean that we'll have a nice safe area at the top here. Though I don't know in the future if we're going to keep that, depending on how big the hole gets at the top. I may, graduate the size of the hole as it comes up and up further and further up the mountain. So it may end up being like, a 10 by 10 block diameter. What do you call it? 10 block diameter circle. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I have a nice little fun game to play when I always come up here. So I've got to hit that little torch. Let's see, here we go. Nah, it's going to be short. Way short. Look, there's an endermite. Ow. Ow, ow. Hey, hey, hey. Jerk. So that's what an endermite does. They do hurt you a good amount, so be careful, especially when you're on a cliff like that. I've only had 2 spawn though. I know they're random, but yeah, that's weird. It's going to be weird in the Enderman farm now with that as well. So the final thing that I'm going to do for today is I built an anvil. The reason I built an anvil is one, because my pick's sort of on the way out, but I also want to bring that up into a efficiency 5 pick. And while we're at it, let's rename it and call it the Essence of Speed. So this is what I called my pick in the last map, and it's something pretty cool. Obviously, I know that's going to break pretty quickly, but I have a few extra picks here and an extra shovel to help me start digging out. So let's have a look here. So if I were to just dig out, well, let's not go there. Let's go back over here somewhere. If I were to dig out some over here, that is so fast. The only thing I have to be careful here is not to let my pick break. This is so fast. So this is going to make clearing out this area pretty easy. I got 152, I got heaps. Like what was that, like 600 blocks or something like that with the efficiency, with the unbreaking on it. So, wow. Put some torches down so you can see what's happening in here. Whew. So pretty much it's going to make cleaning out this area pretty easy. It's going to be something I'll probably do off camera just to get some of it done. I'll make this haul, and we can probably start working on the next episode, working on some of the inside, what the entrance is going to look like, and all that sort of stuff. So eventually I'll probably move this up to the top, and I also got to get my hands on some more slime. So yeah, we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that as well. But I think that's going to be it for the episode. Is it still nighttime? I was coming into nighttime before, so let's come out here and I'll do my quick sign off out here. Some Enderman over there, but that's alright. So if I press, is it F5? Yeah, look at that. I'm a boss. So yeah, guys, if you like this episode and you like this new mountain base, chuck a like, and if you want to see more, a subscribe is always good. And if you want to tell me anything I've done wrong or right, or just anything in general you want to talk about, chuck it in the comments. But as always, guys, have a good day. Sin out.